G'day folks, Ando from Boss Outdoor, and it's freezing. I'm back with this week's fishing report, so not a lot to talk about. It's been pretty cold, a lot of people haven't been out fishing, the sea's been up, the wind has been up, but that's winter on the south coast, guys. But look, let's have a bit of a walk around and see if we can't get you a fish for the weekend. The weather is starting to look a little bit better coming into late Saturday, Sunday, so let's talk about the beach fishing first up. So while there are plenty of salmon and tailor still on offer on the beaches, guys, it's the bream that I really want to talk about. Late July into August is the spawning period for yellowfin bream. Now they'll pour out of all the estuary systems and move out onto the beach gutters to do their thing, which is why this time of year, in winter, is a really good time to target bream off the beach. You'll want worms and pippy for bait, but pilchard bait is also very good. Salmon and tailor, Tura Beach is still the pick. There's some big tailor there after dark, and the salmon are quite sizable too. The salmon have now left most of the estuary systems, and they're hunting those beach gutters again. So good time of year to be fishing the beach. So the estuary guys, Merimbula's been a little bit tough of late. There are some tailor around and so on, and you can grind out a few fish, but I'd be going down to Pambula. Heaps of fish down there, good bream, really good bream coming on soft plastics. And the other thing that happens then in Pambula in winter is, believe it or not, whiting on metal blades. Scent them up, fish them down on the bottom nice and slow, mainly in the main flow, not so much in the basin and the broadwater, but in the river itself where the channels are flowing. And you might surprise yourself, you'll get a good feed of whiting doing that, but don't tell anyone. The Bega River, still fishing really well. Plenty of good flatties coming out of the deeper holes and heaps of mulloways still. Now, they're, you know, school-sized mulloway, but hey, Dewey's a Dewey. And they're succumbing to soft plastics. So a couple of good options. Merimbula's still okay, but I'd be going to Pambula or Bega. On the offshore front, guys, I went out on the weekend with ads and we had a bit of a dud day. Other boats caught fish, but we struggled a little bit, which, I don't know, you get that. We just deployed a few Squid Tracks vibes, and Ad's got some nice things, you know, like leather jacket and mowong and so on, which, you know, it's all good eating. We got a couple of small snapper as well, but didn't get any big ones. So I've heard that the bigger fish are further south around the waters of Eden. So perhaps give that a shot this weekend if you're heading out. I think that's going to be the safer harbour to go out into, given that the swell might be up a little bit this weekend. I hear there are flathead around as well. So again, if you go out of Eden, you've got plenty of options there to drift around for flatties in those calmer, protected waters. And, you know, with that said, I'll probably do the same thing. I'll go down to Eden this weekend and have a bit of a look. The out wide in the blue yonder, I'll leave that one to Leaf. We'll cross the Leaf now and get a report and see what's happening out there.
Hey mate, well it's been a bit of a rough old wild week of weather, hasn't it? The swells come right up and a bit of rain, so not too much fishing out wide's been happening off our local area. There was a few fish caught up off Sydney sort of thing. Yeah, they got a few yellowfin and definitely some more big bluefin too, so the fishing's been still pretty decent up there if you can brave that weather and get out, but yeah, it's been a bit rough. Next week looks real good though, pretty excited about the week to come. I think that swell dies right off and there's not much wind, and so we'll definitely be getting some fishing out of our local area out wide. I think we'll go and have a bit of a look at the charts and see if we can't pick an area to target. So I think it's definitely worth targeting some fish off Merimbula this week. You can see the water is pushing in a bit from down here. That's coming up into this area and sort of swirling around here between Merimbula and Tathra. So there'll be fish in that area. It's that zero line is running through here as well. Not too far off the shelf or even inside the shelf down here. But yeah, probably this area around here I think is going to be target. So that's where I'll be heading this weekend. So that's all I got from out wide. Everyone remembers the Point Break 50-year storm, but has been carrying on about this new moon in August where all the kingfish come in for the last 6 months. He's booked a couple of days off, he's going to go and catch them, he's been carrying on about it, surely they've got to be there. So let's get back to him and see what's happening on that front.
Yeah, thanks Leif. It's an interesting phenomenon. New moon in August, every year, for some reason it happens. The pilchards pour into the bay and those kingfish herd them up. Now, I've already seen them out there busting into the pilchards. I've had a couple of shots at them, haven't hooked up yet, but Years gone by, done pretty well, caught some really good fish, and I've had a couple of mates that have caught some cracking fish on this moon in August. So if the weather permits, get out there off Long Point, chase those kingfish. They're good sized fish, let me tell you, and they are absolute beasts to handle, and it's one fish that you really want to tick off your list, and it happens here in Merimbula in August on the new moon this Sunday. Okay folks, this week's fishing report special. Come into the store and ask us for 50% off Dissolve wet weather gear. This is a weekend you're going to want this stuff, and that's a great deal. Well, that's it for this week's fishing report, guys. I'm going down to rug up and going fishing. See you out there this weekend. If there's anything else you need to know about where they're biting, about the bait, or the hooks, or the lures, come into Boss Outdoor so we can hook you up. Oh, and if you're enjoying our videos, guys, be sure to like and subscribe.